Hello folks, hope you're doing fantastic today, and I'm finally getting to a portion I'm really adamant about, and that is called hot hands, and that's what we're going to talk about today. What is hot hands? Well, there's a couple other videos already placed on YouTube. Well, hot hands to me is basically if you're walking down the living room and you pick up static electricity, and then you go to touch something and you feel the shock, and it hurts, okay? Or it's not uncomfortable. Same thing, if I walk across carpet and I want to touch somebody and you get that electric shock, you're going to move away. And that's the same principle I want with a horse. But I want it controlled, which means I'm going to develop cues off of a natural aid, which is my hand. Okay, that's why we're calling it hot hands. Now you'll see on this horse, even though he's a paint horse, old Hitch here, this beautiful gelding, I have these 4 dots, okay? So if you picture me being on the saddle up top here and my feet's hanging down here in neutral position, this is leg position, okay? 2. This is leg position 3 because this is where my heel's going to be. And what that one's for, leg position 3, is if I want to untrack the hindquarters. Anything from this dot back, I'm going to take the back end and move around. And we're going to demonstrate that today. If I hit this spot right here, okay, with my heel, step back here, the horse is going to do a leg yield or a leg yield by moving sideways on my lateral work. If I put my foot right here and leg position 1, okay, watch it hitch, that's going to control the front end going around. And then I also have a dot right here, and this is just bonus because sometimes when you're up in the saddle, and you're got some caught up, some critter, and you're open, you can't pull back on the reins. Your seat's already maxed out on that cue. So a lot of times what we'll do is put our foot right there and we'll just tap, and that signals the horse to back up when our hands are full, okay? And that's just a bonus little dot through on there, and we'll show you later on in videos how to back horse up by bringing my legs forward. The rest of the time I don't use my legs in that position. Only if I got a critter caught, got my range here, I got a rope dallied, I got to use my feet to engage the horse to back up, okay? So, hot hands. First thing I like to talk about, besides my leg positions, you'll see I'll use my hand on it to be able to do something. So, first thing is when I'm up close to a horse, I don't want the horse to move at all, unless I put my hot hand on the horse. So, the first thing I like to do is I'm going to take my right hand, come back here, and if I want the horse to move hind end over there because I'm inside the trailer or I'm doing farrier work, I need to teach him this cue. And more importantly, wherever I'm touching, when I'm riding and my foot's there, that's where the horse is going on. So we're preconditioning the horse to be able to accept that fact. So I take my hand, I create a knife cutting edge with my fingers joined together. And I'm just going to place it right here, and it's going to untrack the hindquarters. Now what does it mean untrack the hindquarters? Simply means I want him to step across, create an X like this, and then step over. Now he can either pick the front leg up or he can keep it there and pivot on it, creating a post hole. I don't care, just as long as he untracks hindquarters at this time. This is what it looks like. So step number 1, I'm going to stick my hand right here. I'm going to cue, apply pressure. When he takes a step, I take my hand off. And that's going to be my cue. So I apply pressure, take a step, take my hand off. And that's that shock I was talking about because I got hot hands. So I'm going to work on old Hitch here for a little bit and develop this cue for him so he understands it. Take my hand, place it right here. And I'm just going to do 2 steps this time. Step number 1. 1, 2. And then I always rub to a stop, okay? So picture me being up in the saddle. If I'm up in the saddle, I'm teaching the same leg position. Hot hands is a lot different than groundwork. Groundwork, I'm going to be very wide to influence the horse, and that's a whole different videos I'm going to give you, all right? So there's my leg position there. Now if I want to move the front end of the horse, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to place my reins over top, this being the lead rope. and I'm going to put my hand right in this leg position, because if I just want to move the front end of the horse, I'm going to apply pressure there. And I'm also going to have the reins across the neck. So I'm going to apply pressure. Good. Take it off each step. Good. Just like that, and rub to a stop. Okay? I rub to a stop so the horse knows not to move. Now if I want to do my lateral work, okay, what I'm going to do is apply pressure here, and I'm going to have him step over that way if I've got good control of my horse. Okay, this is what it looks like. I'm going to create forward movement. Good. Now I'm going to apply pressure here. Good. 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 There was the basic 2 steps. Rub them to a stop. But you see, he just went sideways, okay? It wasn't perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but he did go sideways. So if I could teach that nice and calm on the ground for my high hands, just think he's going to remember that when I'm up in the saddle, okay? That's why I call it high hands. So if I break the horse down into 4 sections and control head, neck, front shoulder, legs, rib cage, and then also the back quarters, if I control with my hands, I can control anything, okay? Now you just see me control the back end, you see me control the rib cage, move the horse this way, and you see me hit this button and control the horse that way. But that's not just it for high hands. And I've already showed a video. When I first teach a horse, I want to place my hand right here, put on top of the head, and the horse's head should drop. So I got right here on top of his pole, and I'm applying pressure with high hands until he drops his head, and then rub once he gets the position I want. This is also to me considered high hands, okay? I want him to learn to bring his head down. And this is nice and neat when I am working on putting a halter on or I'm putting a bridle on. I want his head to come down, okay? So to me, that's considered high hands. And you see he's fighting there. I got his nozzle turned over this direction because I don't want to get hit in the head, okay? And I don't want the horse's head over here because he can wind up hitting me and I go head over, T-tails over that direction. So I'm going to bend his head over towards me, put my hand on top between the ears, apply pressure on both rope and top of my hand. When he gives, I give, and I just rub. There's a give. There's a give. There's a give. So that's part of high hands there. Okay, if I can get his head below my shoulders when I'm doing anything, I know I got him. Okay, he did that on his own. Okay. So I got that. Now, another thing I like to teach a lot of clients is how do you teach a horse to back up off high hands? Well, think about it. I'm going to teach first right off the chest. You're like, well, Travis, well, why off the chest? Well, if I'm inside of a horse trailer, okay, I'm going to bring this horse over here real quick. We've got plenty of room to back up. Think about it. If I'm inside a horse trailer or inside a stall, I gotta have a way for the horse to back up. So right on this chest right here, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my hands, put it on the chest, and apply pressure. There's 1, there's 2, there's 1, there's 2. Very handy to back a horse up in very confined areas, such as a horse trailer inside a stall. So I like the horse to learn that. Second thing I like to learn is teaching them if I'm inside a horse trailer, I can't get to the chest. I have nerves that go right down the nasal cavity right here. I can apply pressure. And all I'm going to do is take my forefinger, my thumb, I'm just going to squeeze and release on each step. So I'm going to squeeze right here, asking to back up. I'm applying pressure, good. And I'll rub to a stop. All I ask for one stop, one step, and that's it. I'm at here 45, apply pressure, now I want the next foot to go. Good, and I rub to a stop. To me, that is high hands because my hands are physically touching the horse, okay? And I'm not working on leg cue, I'm just working on high hands right now. So remember, a horse can go 6 different directions. A horse can go backwards, it can go forward, it can go right, it can go left, and just like the head can go up and go down. So we are working on them different styles by using high hands. Now, you're like, well, Travis, how do you go forward with high hands? Okay, well, there's a couple ways that you can do this. I used to have a client from Germany, she loved this, okay? She would go catch her horse out in the pasture and bring the horse down to riding without any halter and lead rope. So some people teach by the chin right here. Some people teach by the foretop. I like the foretop, me personally, for high hands. So what I like to do is stand in between the front leg and shoulders to teach it, and I'll grab the foretop. I guarantee you old Hitch has never been taught this before. And what I'm going to do is step forward. The horse should fall. The horse doesn't fall. I'm going to apply pressure on the foretop. Forward pressure, okay? Which means go forward. Obviously, he's probably not going to go. So now I got to be able to think, how can I get the horse motivated to go forward? Well, I'm going to take the horse leg with support muscles because it's weaker and go out to a 45-degree angle to help him out. Not punching, I'm just trying to let the horse figure out what I want. As soon as he just takes a step, I'm going to release the pressure on the foretop. All right, Hitch, you ready? So I'm walking forward. I'm grabbing the foretop. You see my lead rope's very slack because that's not the training part. So I'm going to grab the foretop, walk forward, come over here until he gives. I'm not going to make a fight of it. I'm not adding no more pressure. I'm just holding until he takes a step. If I have to, I can grab this lead rope that I'm tapping and give weight to help him out to give a step. But I got support muscles. He's thinking about moving that leg. He's trying to figure out the answers while he's moving around, okay? Now I'm going to grab my lead rope and apply pressure to the side, and I'm going to release on both once he takes a step. Good. I release the head. And I let him think about it. You got some licking and chewing going on. I want him to think about this. Good. And we're just going to take my time with it. I don't want it to be a big trouble, okay? Now I'm going to grab his foretop again. Grab his foretop again. And I'm going to ask him to come forward. Nothing happens. I'm going to come over here, 45-degree angle. Good. Release it. As soon as he took that step, I'm going to release. This is high hands again, ladies and gentlemen. Good. Let him think about it. Then pretty soon, I could build upon 2 steps to 3 steps, 4 steps, 5 steps, and then just like my German client, they grab the foretop and just walk away with them. And this is very handy. Just think about if you're in a barn catches on fire, you want control, you got nothing to get, walk the horse out, and you don't want it to get away so you get out the door, you just grab the foretop and lead them off, okay? So here I go. I go forward, apply pressure, come over this way, soon as you take a step, release, good, and rub, good. Now I'm going to come over here until he gets, good, good. Took 2 steps that time, and I rub him. Pretty soon he's going to be on the payroll with this. And that's why I call it high hands. Remember, the horse goes 6 different directions. Come over here. Good. And I'm releasing on each step. Look at this. Look at this. Okay? I don't want to get greedy though. Okay? I want him to know that's exactly what I want, ladies and gentlemen. And old Hitch is doing good. Now I might go back to something else now. I want him to back up this leg. So I squeeze. I'm playing with high hands. Rub him to a stop there, because that's what I wanted. Now I grab the foretop. I want to go forward. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now I'm over-exaggerating with my hands so you can see it. Good. Rub to a stop. Remember, everything's rubbed to a stop with high hands. Okay? And you can see it doesn't take long for a horse to figure this out. And I've just met this horse, ladies and gentlemen. I've never worked with this horse before. Okay? But you can see it's getting done. All right? So high hands to me is considered picking up a hoof too, because you're going to teach your cue to be able to pick up a hoof, and I've already gave a class on that on YouTube, but that's high hands, okay? And you're going to say, well, Travis, what's the difference between high hands and groundwork? Well, I talked about that in the beginning. When I'm up close to a horse doing groundwork, I don't want the horse to move unless I cue with my hands. Groundwork, the difference is I am going to go out wide so the horse can see me from the eye, and I'm going to go very wide and influence. I'm very wide influencing, okay? Now what a lot of people do, they'll do the same thing, but they'll get up close and do groundwork real close, okay? And the horse starts moving, and then they go to do saddle and pick up saddle, put it on the horse, and then the horse starts moving. They're like, well, why is my horse moving? He's an idiot. And then they get all mad. Well, it's like, because you're doing groundwork so close, you taught the horse to move. Remember, a horse should only move if you put your hand on him, folks. Groundwork is totally different. And I'm going to leave it with that. So that's hot hands. I hope it helps you out. Once again, review. Move the hindquarters, move lateral work, move the front end over. I threw the extra dot, and there'll be a video in the future how to back horse up off the shoulders when roping. Okay. We talked about dropping the horse's head. We talked about how to have a horse move forward off the foretop. We talked about 2 ways of backing up, which is off the chest and also with the nozzle. Okay. Now, I want this is bonus material now. Okay. I've won a lot of drinks doing this. I can, with the horse, I could teach a horse to back up on cue, picking 1 foot. Okay. So I want this horse to stand square. I'm not using hot hands right now. I'm just using the lead rope to back up. Good. See if we get this set up. So this horse has got a small hole because he doesn't like to stand square, but he's also got a slight injury. So we're going to play with it. Because otherwise, all right, come forward, Itch. Next one. Right there. Nope. Right there. Close. There we go. Okay. So with this, I'm going to have my camera lady just tell me what foot does she want to move back, and we see if we can pull this off. Which foot do you want to move back?
Right front.
Right front. Okay. So we're going to try to get that right front. So we're going to see if we can make that happen. Okay. So I'm going to ask the horse back up. Good boy, there's the right front, okay? And that was standing dead even, okay? Now, if I would have bet my camera lady a 6-pack of my favorite beverage, I would have won right there, okay? Because you can get that minute and that detailed with your hands, with hot hands, to make it happen, folks. So I hope that you like my channel. Please hit subscribe, please hit like, and I hope you like this. But that is hot hands. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all out there. Thank you, firefighters, for being out. Shout out to you. I know there's forest fires across the United States right now, all through the West. And I appreciate everybody fighting those forest fires, whether it be the desert, the woods, whatever's going on in the West. I appreciate what you do. Take care now. You are educated. You have the solution on hot hands. Adios. Bye now.